So for question 10, the manager has requested the weights to be changed into improper fractions to help his calculations. To impress him, you decide to also create an equivalent fraction underneath. So we have for smartphones 1/5, and we don't need to do anything to that yet. 2/3 for our drones, and our consoles are 4 and 1/5. If you think of a whole in fifths, you have 1/5, 1/5, and they total up to 5/5. We've got 4 of those, which would give you 20/5 with the wholes plus an additional 1/5, which would give you 21/5. So let's write that up at the top. We've got tablets of 4/5 and laptops. We have 2 whole and 1/3, and using the same method, we know we've got 2 lots of 3/3, giving you 6/3, plus 1/3, which will give you 7/3. VR headsets are a half, and PCs are 11 and 1/5. Well, we know we've got 11 lots of 5/5, which will give us 55/5 plus 1/5, which will give us 56/5. Now, in the answer to question 9, we saw how to work out the lowest common multiple for our denominators, and we found that in this, with our thirds and our fifths, it was 60. So we need to get 1/5 to 60, and 5, we found out that 5 times 12 was 60, so we've got our 1/5 there, and we're going to times it by 12. I'm just going to write it a little bit further up. So we've got 1 times 12 and 5 times 12, which will give us 12/60. Our next fraction is 2/3. Well, to get 3 to 60, we did it, multiplied it 20 times. Whatever we do to the bottom, we do to the top. So we get 40/60. Now we have 21 over 5, 21/5. We need to multiply it 12 times to give us 252/60. 4/5. We need to multiply by 12 again because we're dealing with fifths, and we get 48/60. 7/3 here. Well, to get to 60, we multiply by 20, which will give us 140/60. 1/2. Well, to get to 60, we need to multiply it 30 times. So we multiply the top and the bottom by 30 to give us 30/60. And then 56/5. Well, we're multiplying by 12 again. And 56 times 2 is 112. 672. So here are your improper fractions. With a common denominator. And they are equivalent